Guys, so today's video is going to be our video talking about our engagement. You guys wanted us to do some wedding videos, and I figured I'd bring this one along, at least for this video. We can talk to you guys about our engagement. Our engagement was kind of fun. We did it at the zombie walk. I'm going to probably insert a couple photos as well as we have a video of it actually happening at some point in this video. So if we end up talking, you'll see some pictures. I just hit you in the face. If you see some pictures over top of us talking, that is what it is. I'm gonna let you talk through most of this.
So what do you want me to say? Like what do you want me to start?
Like, what is the story of our proposal?
Okay.
So.
I had been planning this actually for like over a year. I had the idea that I would propose at the zombie walk, and I got some help from the local coordinator. He's a friend of ours, and I asked him to. Every year they have a best of venue, so best couple, best boy, best girl, in terms of makeup or costumes and things like that. And so I asked the coordinator of the zombie walk. I asked him to call us up and give us an honorable mention, whether or not we earned the right to be up there or not, because I was planning to propose.
And we had won a couple years before, so like people knew us at the zombie walk, and they knew that like we were the couple that kind of like won sometimes.
So he said, yeah, sure, no problem, and actually even talked to one of his photographer buddies to help set up some shots in the moment as well. Mm-hmm. And so I was trying really hard to coordinate everything, and sad to say there were a couple of people that I missed when making these plans, but I managed to get a whole pile of people there, like my dad and some of our mutual friends and what have you. Finally, we got to the end of the zombie walk, which is at Parliament Hill here in Ottawa.
Parliament Hill, for those who don't know, like Ottawa infrastructure and stuff like that, it's basically like our government buildings. Like
it's our Kremlin.
Yeah, like it's
or our what's the
not really our White House, but it's kind of like it's sort of, I guess, I don't know, but
basically
yeah, kind of. And so it's a big deal. So it's always been a big deal for the zombie walk to actually end at Parliament Hill. In a couple of years, they haven't, and it's sort of, I don't know, in a way, it's kind of a funny protest, like a little bit too. So
anyways, this year or last year they resumed ending it on Parliament Hill. So we got to Parliament Hill, and they start calling out best of venues. Finally, they come up to best couple, and it turns out we had actually won best couple for our makeup, because Natasha and did the makeup. And so they call us up, and while we're up there, I reach into my breast pocket of my leather jacket. I think there's a picture of that too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'll include some pictures.
And I turned to her and I said, while we're up here, there's something I've been dying to ask you.
Ha! The pun.
It wouldn't be me if I didn't throw a pun in there.
Yeah.
And then I dropped a knee and proposed, and Natasha like just totally freaked out.
Okay, so here's the funny thing though. Okay, the second that he like moved to get down on one knee, everyone started screaming, and so I heard nothing of what he actually said. And like I joked that like I kind of blacked out for a second, because all I remember is just like everyone screaming, and then just like a box, and I'm like, well, at one point
completely overwhelmed.
I want to play the video here, I guess.
C'est lui avec sa femme.
Je pense qu'il va lui demander.
Wait a minute. That's my friends, man. All right. Woo! Yeah.
There's still more prizes, and they actually did win best couple.
Thank you. Enjoy yourselves. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is for you. Yeah. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. so much. Of course. We've been planning this for a bit. Show me the ring.
How do I do this?
I know. Oh, is that ever nice?
Crying everywhere.
Someone left their camera kind of there and it got jammed.
But at one point, I kind of turn away and I say, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Is my reaction to getting proposed to.
My immediate reaction was, "Oh shit, did I fuck up?"
And I don't even I didn't hear you even say like, "Do you want to marry me?" or "Will you marry me?" or anything. I'm just like, "Yeah," like everyone's just screaming. So it was kind of funny because I had to ask him after, like, "What did you end up saying to me?" Because I have no idea.
The other funny story behind this is that I had actually talked to Natasha's mom a few weeks prior because, well, I wanted to ask for the family's blessing, and the traditionalist in me wanted to be the traditionalist. So I went to ask her that, and Natasha and her went to IMATS a little while after that. And Natasha comes back, and her and her mom, they're just gab. They love talking. They'll talk themselves hoarse. This is not an exaggeration. She came back with no voice, and so they talk about everything. And Natasha comes home and she says something, saying, "Oh, wouldn't it be?" My mom said, "Wouldn't it be funny if you proposed at the zombie walk?" Well, let me finish.
Okay.
So I'm sitting here like, "Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me! Your mom gave it away," and I was so pissed off and so upset because I was like, well, she probably just knows it's coming. Maybe I should just try and do something else. No, I went forward with it. I kept on sticking with the plan, and then the day of comes, and Natasha starts painting her hands.
No,
she starts painting her hands with the paint so it'll match the skin, and my immediate reaction is she has no idea. If she knew it was coming, she wouldn't be painting her hands at all.
The reason why Mom and I were talking about wedding stuff is that, like, the day that I went to IMAX, it was our friend's wedding, and so I actually had to stay up about 36 hours to, like, even get, anyway, it was a long story. I had to leave a wedding and immediately drive 6 hours and then do IMAX and then drive back. And so the whole time, like, he's not joking, like, my mom and I talked straight for about 14 hours. I lost my voice. And so, I mean, it's bound to happen when you're talking about your friend's wedding and, you've been with this one for, like, ever, to kind of talk about, like, oh, it happened and Jeff proposes to you. And, like, I think, like, I don't remember if she, like, actually said anything like, oh, zombie walk. I think it was me. I was like, oh, that'd be kind of funny, right? Like, because, people dress up in wedding garb and go to the zombie walk and that kind of thing. So, I don't know. It was never something that I was like, oh, this is definitely going to happen.
Yeah.
Now, I had suggested to him, as we were dating and stuff, I said, I want to get married October 13th, 2017. It's a Friday the 13th in October. And so for me, I was like, listen, like, if I want to be able to plan for longer than a year. So it's like, I kind of knew it was going to happen, like, hopefully before then, so, like, we could have, like, a decently long engagement.
I think you thought I was going to do it on Halloween.
Yeah, I thought like Halloween kind of thing. And so, I honestly had no idea. And so, like, as he said, like, I wouldn't have painted my hands if I knew it was happening, and so I had no idea. Another funny story is that he hid the ring box.
God, yeah.
He hid the ring box in his coat, and
in my leather jacket.
In his leather jacket, which is heavy, right? And so we had, like, the shitty hangers or whatever, and his coat had actually fallen in our closet. And, like, you just think of it, like, I picked it up and put it, and I just think, like, how quickly I could have, like, for whatever reason, like, puffed out his coat or something and, like, felt something, And it's so funny because I always think, like, what would have happened if I would have found it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
There were so many opportunities for the whole surprise to be ruined. Like, I had to go through that entire walk with everybody at the walk, or not everybody, but all of our friends knowing that it was about to happen.
Here's what's really funny too with that, because he invited, like, a lot of his friends, obviously, but here's the thing. It wasn't obvious that everyone was there to me because I had put out a Facebook post, because the zombie walk has always been important to us, like, we've gone, and I had put out a Facebook post not knowing anything about this engagement, inviting, like, all of our friends to join us. Like, come, like, it's gonna be fun. And so for me, it was kind of neat. I was like, oh, this person's here. Oh, cool, this person popped up. Little did I know that they were actually there for a reason, which I thought was kind of funny after the fact.
And a lot of those friends
that had the story with your dad.
My dad, who's just, like, nonchalantly just standing right out in the middle, like wide in the open. My dad's not into this sort of thing, so for her to see him, it would be like out of place, and she'd know something was up.
Yeah.
And so he just derp, just standing out in the open. Part of our costume, we had a sign. It said "Meanwhile in Ottawa." It's kind of like a comic strip, and so I just strategically held it up so that it would block her.
Yeah, I had no idea that.
So she couldn't see my dad.
I didn't see his dad at all.
So we just continued walking. But yeah, I had to go through that entire walk with the ring in my pocket, hoping that you wouldn't just bump into me and ask what's in your pocket. And knowing that everybody around us knew that I was going to propose at the end of the walk, and all of them trying to like keep a straight face because they all know it's coming. I know it's coming, and I'm just
I had no
nervous. My hands are sweaty.
And the whole time, like when we were up on
spaghetti.
Don't start. But no, the whole time, like as we're giving out prizes, the only thing that I was thinking of was like, oh fuck, I hope I win best makeup. I hope I win best makeup.
We did win best couple, so we also got tickets to the pumpkin ball or whatever, which is like a bigwig fundraiser Halloween gala that they do every year here in Ottawa.
We won tickets to that.
We won tickets to that. So, they're really expensive too, and they're hard to get.
So let's talk about my ring, shall we? So there we go, kind of.
You got the ring light on there.
Yeah.
You may have to put a picture up.
Yeah, I might have to put a picture up. But talk about my ring.
So what is it? Natasha had not so subtly hinted at me that there was a specific ring that she wanted. Oh, shit.
There we go.
Yeah, Natasha had not so subtly hinted at me that there was a specific ring that she wanted and a specific designer and blah blah blah. But it was state bound, and at that time the Canadian dollar was really weak, and so the exchange rate was super high.
Basically, like a $2,000 ring would have been $3,000.
Yeah, basically. Like, yeah. So I instead of ordering it, I went to a local jeweler. And I asked them to custom make it based off this design. Having the ability to custom make it allowed me to make a few minor tweaks that I thought would kind of enhance it a little bit, because the ring originally there's a little groove there because you can put a companion ring in there, which had a garnet ornament, like blood red gem. I had this thing custom made to basically resemble exactly what the designer's ring looked like.
So basically it's what, a 1 carat black?
It's a 1 carat black diamond.
I'm shaking for some reason.
Yeah, anyway. It's a 1 carat black diamond in a rose gold bevel, rather than prongs because they'd break or whatever. And originally I had a second ring in there fused, so it looked like 2 rings. And we had the garnet ornament. What we decided to do after the fact was we split it up. We just went to get it modified a little bit, so we split it up so we could use the ring with the garnet in it as the wedding band instead, because it'll just fit in there and make it a lot easier than having to custom design a whole new thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, 1 carat black diamond in a rose gold bevel setting, whatever. And then there's a companion ring, which is a little garnet.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm kind of a weirdo. I'm not the person who wants like a big Tiffany, like blind Batman kind of ring. And so I wanted something cool. I wanted something unique, something with a story. I always wanted like a diamond or a teardrop shaped black diamond. And yeah, that's what I got. Mm-hmm. And so that's our engagement story. So yeah, anything more you want to add to that?
No, I love you.
I love you.
I'm gonna go marry you.
I'm gonna marry you. But
one thing I should mention is that there was one person in particular that I had failed to advise.
This guy doesn't tell my best guy friend, who I had like jokingly married twice for my birthday in the past, fails to friggin' ask him or tell him that he's even proposing. And so I literally like said yes, hugged, and we were talking like a couple minutes later. I was like, oh, like who's here? Like, you know, like is anyone here? I said, did my best friend Dana make it? And she lived far away, like 8 hours away. And he's like, oh no, Dana knows though. And immediately said, oh, Cody? And he's like, oh shit. And I'm like, what? He's like, I didn't even tell Cody. And I'm like, no.
I know. I felt so bad. And to be fair, I hadn't seen Cody in like over a year. I didn't even know that you talk to him so
every day.
And like big shout out to Cody, because I completely shit the bed on that.
That's his one engagement fail.
I did go and ask for his blessings after the fact. And after the fact, so I mean, I'm hoping,
And he did my wedding party,
I'm hoping
so.
he'll forgive me, and we've asked him to be our MC as well. So,
Yeah,
so I'm hoping he can forgive me my one indiscretion there, and
Yeah.
and hopefully he can help us make this a memorable day. I know for a fact he's gonna bring this up at the wedding and totally make an ass of me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he absolutely will.
Big
This is
fail.
long. This is like 17 minutes long. Yeah,
The
that
people
is-
want to hear it.
But
They want to know of our love.
okay. But yeah, that
We're
is
putting
our
zombie gnomes on the wedding registry, by the way.
okay. Well, that is our engagement story. Leave any comments, questions, or anything down below. We're going to continue to do a couple of these wedding videos sort of as we move along. So I'm thinking of doing one like sort of how to pick a venue. Obviously, we're not going to talk about where we're getting and like where we're doing stuff until after the fact, maybe. But you know, how to pick a venue, how to pick a photographer, that sort of thing, and just sort of like little videos here and there about our process and sort of what we want to do, because we are kind of not traditional, obviously. So, you know, we're going to have a fun wedding that way. And yeah, so leave anything that you guys might want us to talk about in the comments, and we'll try to sit down and film a couple more of these, because he likes to talk, I like to talk, so
I like the YouTubes.
he likes the YouTubes.
Like the
I obviously
YouTubes.
like the YouTubes. Without making this like 30 minutes, I do hope you guys enjoy our engagement story. Because we've been engaged like what, almost a year now?
Yeah, a
we
little
haven't
over a
even
year.
talked.
Oh no, coming up on a year. sorry.
October. It was
Yeah,
October 2nd that we got engaged of 2015.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we're having a long engagement and it's good. It's been going good. So
Yeah, but that's so we have a little extra time to plan. 'cause-
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is it, guys. I hope you guys are doing good. And until my next one, I'll talk to all you soon. Bye.
Bye.